Hello everyone, I'm George Nowack, and this is the Creative Corner, a chance for us to put a spotlight on iconic creatives who push content to the next level behind the scenes. And joining me today is 3D artist, editor, and cinematographer Enigma from Team Liquid. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here with me today. How are you doing?
Hello, it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm doing fantastic. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. So I'm a huge fan of your work for actually a really long time now, so I'm really excited to have you on and ask you some questions. The first thing that I wanted to ask you is related to your work. So as someone who's operating at the highest levels within the esports industry, what's something that has been exciting for you to see in esports in 2021?
Honestly, I'm excited to see what the Team Liquid Valorant team is going to do in Iceland, and will be great if they would actually win or be in a really good position. So this way, maybe potentially I could do a number 2 video. That would be really cool. And I'm excited as well to produce even more high quality edits in the future for Team Liquid. We've been talking on the side and stuff, and yeah, a lot of things is happening, so I'm super excited. And this is a new world for me, so I can't wait.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you brought up specifically things going on with Liquid, because in my eyes, you guys are kind of a power team where a lot of pretty much every designer or creative in that team right now currently, I think, is performing at this really insane level. So I'm super excited to see where you're going to take that in 2021 as well. And I wanted to ask maybe a little bit more about your process. So something that maybe people don't know about you is that you are a self-taught creative. So I wanted to ask how difficult it was for you to start your journey, and what's been your driving force for self-teaching and things like that.
So honestly, I think I'm still new to it, to be honest, because 3D is something that I've been doing a lot recently. It's something that I did in the past, but I never really paid attention to it, or I didn't really care that much. But now it's kind of becoming like a real thing. So as soon as I did Team Liquid Valorant, and then after that I did like the keycaps for Team Liquid as well, another video that I made, and which everything was made in CGI, and that was like my first like brand video that I made for another company combined with Team Liquid. So I felt a lot of responsibility and pressure. It was not Liquid that put me the pressure. The pressure was more me that put into myself, because I always wanted to produce high level quality, and for that I have to do research, I have to practice, fail, and redo it again till it looks good. So I would say in a way I'm still pretty new to it, but I'm learning while I'm going. That's what matters.
Right. And you mentioned learning and also that you do research as part of your process. So one of the questions I actually wanted to ask you was where you find your influences from, and if there's anyone that maybe inspires you or that you pull inspiration from for your work.
People that well, the inspiration that I take a lot is from watching videos on Vimeo that sometimes show up on my feed that people like, other artists like, and so on. People on Binance. I normally used to follow like the 3D section and the motion graphics section on Binance, so that really motivates me a lot too. And yeah, I've been learning on the side while I go Houdini, so I'm taking classes while I go, because I want to develop even more my skills. And yeah, Houdini is a nightmare. Don't do what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, I think that the results are pretty clear with not only the self-teaching that you've done, but also it seems like the education you've been focusing on. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a specific piece that I had pulled, and one of my favorite pieces that you've worked on, which is the Valorant work for Team Liquid. So if you can talk a little bit about your design process, maybe how you started and what led to the finished product that we can see today.
Okay. Well, first of all, I was people from Liquid reached out to me to to make this edit for the team, and I was like, oh wow, this is getting serious now. And I had like a month to do the project, and it was really intense. Like I put all of the knowledge that I have, and you know, I was a cameraman before, back in Portugal, and now I'm in UK studying film. So I try to put all of the knowledge that I have together into this work and try to prove to everyone that I could do this job. I could do it well. So I left basically everything that I was doing before, so all of my YouTube channels and stuff like that, and I just tried to focus on myself and try to do my best for this project. And yeah, it was crazy. I was not expecting like people reacting the way that they were reacting, and if I knew that, I don't know, I learned so much as well at the same time that I was doing the project. It was really stressful, and I put a lot of pressure on myself. I barely had days to nights of sleep because I thought that I was not gonna make it till the end of the video.
Oh yeah, that I know exactly how you feel with that type of, but it seems like those types of stressful situations in most cases will lead to you creating work that you're really proud of. Mm-hmm. So hopefully you feel proud of that project, because like I said, it's one of my favorites, and I think you did a really great job on it. So Enigma, it's been an absolute delight to have you on the show today and hear a little bit about your process and your work. I already know that we're going to see some really great stuff from you, specifically with Liquid moving forward in this year, like you had said. That's all the time we have today, though. Thank you for tuning in to the Creative Corner, and we will see you next time.